Welcome to another episode of Animator Interviews. My name is Evan Vernon. I'm a contributor at Animation for Adults, as well as Animation Nights New York, also known as ANNY. For those new to ANNY, we are a monthly screening event and yearly festival that celebrates the very best in animation talent. Our artists come from all across the globe, and many have had their work featured at Cannes, Annecy, and other prominent festivals. We receive thousands of submissions each year, and each year we screen just 20 at our annual Best of Fest. Today we're discussing one of those 20. Jie Weng is with me now. Jie is a Chinese animator whose stop-motion short, The PEONY Pavilion, was chosen by our jury as a Best of Fest winner film. Based on a 16th century play, the film follows two lovers as they wrestle with death, politics, and the spiritual forces around them. Originally performed as an opera, with its runtime lasting as long as a day, Jie has condensed this tale into a beautiful 3-minute short. With its intricate costumes and choreography, The PEONY Pavilion bears all the hallmarks of a studio film. Do some research on Jie and you'll know why. The gifted director is also a proven entrepreneur. A few years ago, Jie founded Realwood Stop Motion, an animation studio that has quickly grown into one of China's most celebrated production houses. Jie made the PEONY Pavilion with his Realwood team and continues to create award-winning shorts for viewers worldwide. Today, Jie has kindly agreed to discuss this film, his career, and his future plans at Realwood. Today's interview is also public and open to audience questions. We will address all of those as they come in. Jie, thanks for being here. To kick things off, tell us your story. What got you into animation?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jie Weng, and I'm so honored to own this prize and have the opportunity to talk to everyone. It is great honor, and I'm so glad you can hear me under the COVID-19, but we can meet online and communicate. So that is so wonderful. Talk about stop motion. How I start to stop motion, because my major in my college, the China Academy of Fine Arts, I learned sculpture, but my teacher, Mr. Long, think, because Chinese sculpture is from Russia, so it's very serious. So they are strong and powerful and very realistic. Realistic. But look, my sculpture is kind of cute. So my teacher said, maybe you go to the ceramic department, learn from the Chinese traditional handcraft. But the teacher from the ceramic department said to me, you are also not one of us. So I come back to my teacher. He said to me, maybe you go to the West, find your answer to Western people. So I went to the New York in 2009, and I be an exchange student for half a year at the Pennsylvania Academy of Arts. And my teacher, L. Gary and Michael, they encouraged me to go to the west coastline of the USA. Maybe you can find some answer, find some chance to learn the animation, because she think my work is maybe looks like animation. And I have the chance to meet Dan Krall, the designer, the art designer of the Coraline. He told me, this is animation, this is stop motion animation. You can make things move, because sculpture can't move. And the key to make stop motion is make things stop, like the hair. And if you take the bronze wire, stop, and you can frame by frame let it move. So I watched the Coraline, and he said maybe you can make your own story and let your little sculpture move and tell us a story. This is stop motion. So I start to learn how to draw storyboard, how to make 就是how to make a story. So I come back to China and teach myself how, to learn animation. So the work I graduated from the Academy of Fine Art, China Academy of Fine Art, is like the tower, the short film The Tower is very popular in my school, and so it let me be a teacher in my school at the animation department. So my career starts. Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you so much for sharing all of that, Jie. It's really fascinating, this kind of international background you have. You know, it's no coincidence that you're so skilled. The fact that you've worked with the likes of Dan Krall and other prominent figures in the industry says a lot about you as an artist. So thank you so much. So tell us a little bit about the PEONY Pavilion, this beautiful 3-minute film that you are showing at the festival right now. I understand this is based on a play by Tang Xiangzu, if I'm saying the name correctly.
Yeah, Tang Xianzu.
Thank you. But he was a famous playwright in Ming China, I think. So what inspired you to take that story and adapt it into a stop motion film?
This is it's very interesting. You know, the painting face opera, and you can also call this Shaoxing opera. It's like 500 years ago. Chinese people like to hear, and it's like of the it's a kind of opera. It's lasted so long time, but it's now young people don't like it because the 节奏太慢了。The reason is too slow. Like 舞蹈乐令证据春色入虚。The 虚 maybe it's last 1 minute.
Yeah.
So it's too long. So one sentence takes 1 minute. So young people is, oh God, what's the next? It's too slow, but and the traditional opera is less and less young people to listen to, but it's our 国粹怎么说？
Our treasure, our national treasure.
It's our national treasure.
Yeah.
But how to make it shorter and make it the rhythm little fast? So I try to cooperate with the most famous singer of the Du Linyang, and she tried to make all the sentences shorter, and I make the music background with her and use the drum, boom 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 boom,
Yeah.
and use the drum and let the story getting shorter, and you know. The traditional painting face opera, this story is you can sing for 6 days, 6 days for this opera, but I make it short in 3 minutes. So it's really hard. You have to combine everything together, and
Yeah.
and maybe it's every artist think together and 就是我们共同努力怎么说
Work together.
Yes, we work together to make this short. So it's really funny, and
Yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful, Jie. I mean, the fact that you taken something that's such an old but treasured part of history and made it more accessible to the younger generation, it sounds like, yeah, is a wonderful thing. I should have said this earlier, but if anyone in the gallery has questions for Jie, feel free to pop them in the chat. We'll be sure to address those and get them answered before the interview draws to a close. Jie, you know, I was looking at this film and the choreography, the costumes, you know, we're looking at them right now. They're also intricate and precise. Did you have to do any sort of research on what those old dances and songs looked like while you were making this film?
Oh yeah, the costume of the 杜丽娘 and the life and death judge is all from the opera, but I make some change. Look, this big book, Life and Death book.
Yeah.
It written all you did right thing and the wrong thing. Yeah, I make it more animation, and this is the fairing. This fairing is a little bit cute and fat, but usually they don't use this actor like that. But it's animation. I make some change. Yeah, but the resource I learned from is the painting face opera or the Shaoxing opera. Yeah.
The fact that so much work went into not only just creating the animation itself, but making sure that it was authentic says a lot about you as an artist and just how much of a hard worker you are, how much attention to detail you have. So thank you, Jie. We talked about this a few minutes ago before the interview started, but you've made films outside of this through your studio, Realwood Stop Motion, which has become a pretty prominent studio in the Chinese animation industry. So if you don't mind sharing, what inspired you to create Realwood Stop Motion?
When I became a teacher in our school, and I led my student together make a short film called Back Down No More. This film have 1,500万 sorry.
Sorry.
15 million click in China. So it let me a little bit famous in the film industry. But in fact, I'm outside the circle. I saw outside the circle. Yeah. But some at the advertisement, see, this is maybe 就是有些商机的。
It's possible in commercial use.
Yeah, some people maybe think it's possible in commercial use. So they let me to make some short advertisement. So that a lot of people like it. And I earn some money, and I use this money to hire more people and join us. And Chinese people have good handcraft, so young people more and more join us, and they doing great job, and they, in fact, they inspire me to continue. But to maintain a company is really hard things. Like these years, the economic is not so stable, not so good. But we try to survive hard.
Yeah.
Once you survive, you have more chance. If the company dead, we have no chance. So we try to survive, and and more work appeared.
Yeah. Well, that is a little discouraging to hear that, you know, as successful as you are, the artistic community, it sounds like in China, doesn't always get the financial support it needs. I mean, the same can be said about a lot of the studios in, you know, Japan with the animation industry there, and even, you know, a lot of independent artists here in America. But we hope you continue making beautiful films, Jie. This one was absolutely stunning. And I think, another one of your features, Quintet of the Sunset, was also featured here. Now that I think about it, also very beautiful.
Thank
Yeah, um, that just dawned on me. Well, you know, you've already accomplished a lot, but I mean, you have a lot of years of animating ahead of you as well. Um, in a perfect world, where do you see yourself? Where do you see Realwood Stop Motion Studio in the future?
I want to, my dream is to let my stop motion animation go to the film, go to the feature film, feature
Yeah,
film. But until now, nobody investigates me. But some of them want me to join them, but nobody investigate to my program.
yeah,
But I'm always prepared for it. So I have two feature film story, and if I have any chance, I will let it come true. Yeah.
yeah. It'd be wonderful. You don't see many stop motion features out there, but like a if what you showed us with the Peony Pavilion is any indication of what you could do with a feature-length film, I'm sure thousands of people would watch it. It was absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much. I do think that we have a question or a comment from the gallery here. Okay, Danny is asking, what was the hardest movement to animate in the Peony Pavilion? That's a great question.
Wow, what is
是最难的一
最难
个动
的？
作。
The most difficult is the 最难的动作吗？
就是你拍的时候最难的，就是动画的部分是
啊
是什么？
Maybe you will answer this
我
question. Okay. The hardest things is you have to let everything stopped correctly. So like this coat, you have bronze wire inside the coat. So you make it stop. And in one movement, you need to move the head, the body, and the hand, and also the hair. Also the hair.
Yeah,
So you have to take care of everything, move in one timeline, and you can't
yeah,
make mistake. If you miss the one movement, you have to start over. Yeah, this is the this is the most difficult things for animator. And also the puppet, the skeleton of the puppet will broken. And if it's broken in the middle of the shoot, you have to start over. So
yeah,
if you are animator, you have to prepare everything perfect. And also the desk. If you at the weekend you go back home, and the Monday you come back, the desk is made from wood, and the wood will, if raining day, the wood will blend. So yeah, it makes
yeah.
it over. So the key to make to be a good animator is correct, doing things correct and quick. So
Yeah.
that's difficult things.
You've said a lot of interesting things about just how difficult stop motion is. I mean, you know, I'm not an animator myself, but you know, with 2D, you have onion skinning and stuff, and these kind of reference points that don't really change. But you know, that comment you made, even just about the wood, so much as shifting, you know, a centimeter or two, completely ruining an entire sequence, just says a lot about how hard it is to make these films. So good on you for doing it so well. It says a lot about just,
Time, it takes time.
Yeah, well, and a lot of practice too. I mean, I think it's no exaggeration to say that you're a master of your craft, Jie. You have a lot of accolades to your name. Your humility is incredible too, because if anyone's followed Jie and his work, you'll know that he's pretty well celebrated in the animation community. So I've got nothing else. If any last minute questions pop in, then we'll be sure to get those real fast. But otherwise, Jie, once again, thank you so much for sharing your film with us. It's truly been a delight to screen your work at ANNY Best of Fest. All the best to you in the future. We look forward to seeing what comes from Realwood Stop Motion. But I've got a feeling you've got some great things in store. So best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
You too, Jie. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.